to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Tuesday, 10 December. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering a man has been charged with murder in the killing of the UnitedHealthcare CEO. Netherlands has started border controls to curb migration, and Germany and the UK have agreed to joint steps against people smuggling. So firstly, prosecutors in New York have charged a 26-year-old man identified as Luigi M. with the murder of Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, following a nationwide manhunt. Luigi M. was apprehended at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania in possession with a ghost gun and the silencer matching those used in the crime. Police revealed he also carried a handwritten document expressing resentment towards corporate America, fraudulent IDs, and clothing similar to that worn by the killer. Thompson, who was in New York for an investor conference, was shot outside his Manhattan hotel last week by a masked gunman who fled the scene on a bicycle and later took a bus to escape. Authorities suspect the killing may have been motivated by frustration with the insurance industry, as ammunition found near Thompson's body bore phrases such as delay, deny, and depose, often used by critics of health insurers. Luigi, originally from Maryland, has ties to San Francisco and Hawaii, but his motive remains under investigation. Surveillance footage and evidence linked to his crime, though it is unclear if he had any direct connection to Thompson or UnitedHealthcare. So what? It seems likely that this individual expected to get caught sooner or later, as he had not even attempted to dispose of the firearm and clothing. It is possible that this murder, due to the high level of press, will lead to further crackdowns on ghost guns, though this will continue to be a challenge due to the ease of their manufacture. Additionally, as this murder has received significant praise on social media, there is the possibility of copycat murders, and people may attempt to conduct similar attacks against people in similar positions. And next, the Netherlands has initiated temporary border checks at its crossings with Germany and Belgium to curb irregular migration and cross-border crime, according to the Asylum and Migration Minister. These measures will include random vehicle and traveller inspections at 840 crossing points and international trains over the next 6 months. This decision is based on Article 25 of the Schengen Border Code, which permits such actions in cases of significant public order or national security threats. Despite criticism, Faber, a member of the far-right Freedom Party, defended the move, asserting that it grants border police the authority to operate more effectively. However, with only 50 officers assigned, the checks are quite limited in scope and will rely on risk analysis, including vehicle origin and camera footage, rather than fixed checkpoint searches. The initiative has sparked protest from nearly 50 border municipalities concerned about potential disruptions to their cross-border travel. While general traffic restrictions are not expected, critics question the feasibility and impact of the controls. Despite these tensions, Faber dismissed claims of ineffectiveness, emphasizing that the plan is a pragmatic response to migration challenges. The backdrop to these measures includes stable annual asylum-seeking numbers of around 40,000 in the Netherlands, which underscores the government's goal of addressing migration more assertively without undermining the Schengen principles of open borders. So what? While it is reasonable to protest against these restrictions, the Dutch people made a clear choice in their last election to take action against illegal migration. However, as highlighted in the article, random checks are unlikely to significantly impact the flow of illegal migrants. That said, these random checks could serve as a useful guide for targeted operations against known smugglers or suspected illegals. This approach would allow the police to protect their sources while still accomplishing their objectives. And lastly, Germany and the United Kingdom have signed a joint agreement to enhance cooperation in combating human trafficking syndicates, facilitating small boat crossings on the English Channel. The agreement, signed by Germany's Interior Minister and the UK Home Secretary, include measures such as Germany revising laws to make it a criminal offence to facilitate migrant smuggling. This legal change would enable German prosecutors to better target the supply chains of small boats and equipment used by trafficking networks. Both countries have pledged to intensify investigative efforts, share intelligence, and trace financial flows to dismantle these criminal organizations. The move follows reports of trafficking crimes being organized from Germany and a BBC investigation that highlighted the West German city of Essen as a hub for this activity. The agreement comes amid rising pressure to curb irregular migration, with over 33,000 people crossing the channel into the UK in 2024. Smuggling operations have led to tragic deaths, with at least 70 migrants reporting dead this year while attempting to cross the channel. Germany has already conducted raids in cooperation with Europol and the French authorities, targeting an Iraqi Kurdish network involved in storing and transporting the boats for the smuggling operations. This initiative aligns with the broader efforts of the United Kingdom, including recent agreements with Italy to strengthen intelligence sharing and dismantle human trafficking networks at a European level. Both countries aim to address issues collaboratively to improve border security and prevent the exploitation of vulnerable migrants. So what? Collaboration is key to success in these types of operations. While it is unlikely Germany would have been so helpful had they not been somewhat shamed into it by the documentary from the BBC, it is likely that disrupting these supply lines could slow down channel crossings. Though they will likely adapt and change, tracing them back to their source will reduce the group's ability to purchase them and move them to the required locations, significantly hindering their operations. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing and global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time.